Thank you, Honourable Speaker. And I wish to thank the Honourable Member for the question, and I rise to respond accordingly. There are two parts to the question, Honourable Speaker, and I'd like to address it as such. One is on the responsibility of the hydrographic unit within the Fiji Navy, and of course the new vessel that was acquired recently. Honourable Speaker, we all know that Fiji is a maritime nation, and the role of the hydrographic unit is so important, and we need to ensure as a responsible government to have an effective and efficient hydrographic unit. For two major reasons, Honourable Speaker, and I'll come back to this later. One is the safety of the travelling public, not only domestically, but this also includes foreign-going vessels, and most importantly, in support of our economy, which is very, very critical for a developing country such as Fiji. Honourable Speaker, the hydrographic service that is provided by the Fiji Navy is responsible for surveying Fiji's waters and providing updated hydrographic and oceanography data for the safety of navigation for ships that traverse our waters. I'll explain these two terms. They are technical terms, Honourable Speaker. Hydrographic and oceanography. On hydrography, Honourable Speaker, it mainly deals with the surface of the seawater for the safety of navigation, and that is a brief description of what hydrography involves. So it's about the surface of the seawater and in respect to its use for the safety of navigation. Oceanography, when we talk about oceanography, we're dealing about depths of usually below 400 meters. And this is also part of the responsibility that is given to the Fiji Navy. And it usually involves salinity, the density of the seawater, even its temperature, currents, and of course the seabed as well. So that is the two major tasks when we are dealing with the role of the Fiji Navy in as far as hydrographic and oceanography data is concerned. Honourable Speaker, it is part of Fiji's obligation to the Safety of Life at Sea Convention, more commonly known as SOLAS, and as members also of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, and of course the International Hydrographic Organization. If I may also explain this for the benefit of the honourable members, the International Hydrographic Organization, Honourable Speaker, they deal with what I have just explained. It's about hydrography and oceanography. International Maritime Organization, Honourable Speaker, they are mainly responsible for all regulations involving the maritime industry. And this is the very organization that comes every now and then to audit all countries. That is the role of the IMO. And of course, as I've stated earlier, the international obligation under the Safety of Life at Sea, or the SOLAS. This safety, Honourable Speaker, has three major components. One is the search and rescue. And we have the search and rescue unit within the RFMF. The other unit is the hydrographic unit, again that is with the Fiji Navy. And the third component is the 3DP, coastal radio. This is for ships that are moving particularly inter-island For those that were in the public service a long time ago, this role used to be in with Post and Telecommunications previously. But now, because we have a Fiji Navy from 1975 and the recent infrastructure development in the country, this role has been shifted to the Fiji Navy. So that basically is the hydrographic unit. The vessel, Honorable Speaker, we are thankful again to the People's Republic of China that under the Defense Cooperation Program with the RFMF, they provided us with this multi-purpose, multi-role vessel, which has been commissioned on the 21st of December, and it has been named RFNS Kadau. Let me just briefly touch on some of the key priorities that need to be undertaken. I'll say priorities, Honorable Speaker, because for a long time, for us, some of the charts that we have in Fiji dates back to Captain Cook's days, and we are thankful for that. And then in our early years, you would know very well, Honorable Speaker, it's through the Royal Navy and the New Zealand Navy, we had some survey undertaken in Fiji. And if I recall correctly, we used to have the HMNZ as monowine that did some of the work, or most of the work, in Fiji. Again, this work, Honorable Speaker, was given priorities in certain areas. Fiji has a landmass of about 18,333 square kilometers, but we have an EEZ, or an exclusive economic zone, of approximately 1,290,000 square kilometers. And Honorable Speaker, the current status of hydrographic survey and charting in Fiji is as follows, and I will end here. For depths less than 200 meters, 63% of Fiji's water has been adequately surveyed. 30% requires resurvey, and 7% have never been systematically surveyed. For depths greater than 200 meters, 85% of Fiji's waters have been systematically surveyed, while 15% of Fiji's water with depths more than 200 meters have never been adequately surveyed. Honorable Speaker, in saying the above, it is clear that 85% of our waters beyond 200 meters depth have never been surveyed. And let me once again say that the arrival of this vessel, together with the capability that it brings, can help us in the conduct of surveys, and of course it is indeed a blessing for Fiji and the hydrographic unit within the Fiji Navy. And there is vast potential of resources and discoveries that we have yet to discover in our offshore waters, and this will be the focus of the RFNS Kadau and the team. And the ship, Honorable Speaker, is equipped with the latest hydrographic technology. The new vessel dramatically enhances the Fiji Navy hydrographic survey capability, noting that most of the survey data on the navigation charts relating to Fiji was, as I've stated, conducted by Captain James Cook and Abel Tasman in the 1800s, and of course the British Admiralty navigation. And of course, the Fiji Navy is taking responsibility now to improve on these services with the capability that it has. That is the brief response to the question, and I'll be happy to take supplementary questions, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.